don't want to, but because this might still be a little tender, but they wanted to get your side of the story on what happened with Canadian pro gamer Slush and the Team Liquid Invitational.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can go into that. Well, basically, I just destroyed him. He won the first game just with a bunch of speedlings I didn't see enter my base. I was just caught off guard, and he got basically a free win. There were no real battles in the game. And then I crushed him in the second game with roaches. He tried to all-in me with zerglings, and I was like, no. And then the third game, we both went roaches, and he actually got a hatchery first roach build, and I went a pool first roach build. So he started off with an advantage, but I came back and literally showed that I'm at least 10 times better than him. If you watch that replay, it was released. I outplay him in every single way. I take the entire map. I have better upgrades, better control, better units, better scouting. It's like silly how much better I am than him. So, anyways, I had him completely dead, and every single player agrees with me at this point. And Team Liquid has gone ahead and apologized to me publicly for doing this to me, for not giving me this win, because he was literally typing GG as my computer decided it no longer wanted to play Starcraft 2. Due to, these weird page pool errors and stuff that Blizzard has in the game. So yeah, that's kind of went down. I was not happy with it. I figured, okay, yeah, they'll just give me the win. Either the admins will or Slush will just be like, all right, good luck. Because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to people playing fair and doing rules fairly. And so I just sat there and waited for a bit, and they decided that I had to replay. And I was like, well, no, I want to talk to someone about this. Anyone at all, just speak to me. And Team Liquid, basically the admins refused to speak with me. They didn't want to hear out anything I said, and it was basically about 45 minutes of me begging them to either A, have any good player watch the replay, anyone of any skill, or just listen to me, hear me out. I'm a legit guy. This is actually my career is eSports, so I can't actually cheat or anything like that, or I'm screwed. And they didn't want to do any of that. And so then I talked to Slush a bit, and he refused to give me the win despite knowing he was dead. And it kind of ballooned out of there because I ended up getting screwed. He won the tournament quite easily after that, and I literally showed in that game that I was 10 times better than him. That was really my tournament, my title, my money, and it was kind of stolen from me. So that's kind of how that went.
Yes, now that's sort of out of living memory now, but I'm kind of I thought it was a little unfair. Now what happened to you more is the backlash from not the players, but the mob, I guess I should say, and they've kind of been a little harsh to you.
Yeah, well, the thing is that they took 1 minute of me ranting frustrated after 45 minutes of people who don't know what they're talking about acting like they do to me and giving me the wrong decision. But there was literally 45 minutes of me asking nicely and them being dicks to me, and they released this 1 minute snippet of the conversation, and then everyone flamed, and it was really a low blow by whoever ended up doing that, and it shouldn't have ever been out there. But no, if anyone actually watched the full story, they would just LOL at that. I was totally justified in everything I did. Sometimes I lose my temper when it's well, hey, I'm supposed to win this tournament. I woke up at 3 a.m. This is the tournament that I wanted to win during the beta, more than any other. And, I got screwed. I wasn't happy with it. And some people flamed me, but I think everyone overall just gets it. This is actually how I make a living, and I can't be screwed like this, or it cuts into my bottom line. I need to be able to eat. So, I think it's all right. The community, they forgive any momentary rages I have. I've always had them. Whatever.
If they still love Greg, they'll get over it.
Yeah, there you go.
If he can get away with it, anyone can.
Yeah, man.
Actually, this is quite interesting. This brought up a sort of interesting side to what we're going to be seeing in StarCraft 2 right now. Is since it's so early on, we actually don't have any real hardcore regulatory groups right now, do we? Today, if we went by the old way, or if we if we were doing a Brood War tournament, we could sort of default on Kespa rules, or there's rules of how to judge these things that have been established over the years, but there really isn't one right now, and that could lead to some bad calls occasionally.
Yeah, I think that Blizzard is going to end up taking care of that mostly, but the thing is that this game was actually, it's too new, and what it turned out was that the Team Liquid admins, I mean, I don't think that they wanted to screw me over, but they actually just don't know anything about the game yet. It's admins normally don't play all that much, so they don't really understand it that much. In StarCraft 1, everyone's watched the game for so many years that they kind of get it. They can look at a situation like what I was in and be like, oh, that's over, obviously. But in StarCraft 2, it's new, so people don't maybe have enough knowledge. And I don't think anything like that is actually going to happen again. I think I'm the one unlucky guy that got really screwed in this situation because there's a big enough fuss that there's going to be things in place now for every tournament everywhere where a good player is going to look at a replay and give you what's actually going on instead of people just arbitrarily making a wrong decision.
Fair enough. I think that incident was rather unfortunate for everyone involved, and I do gotta say,
yeah.
it was kind of a bit of a tough spot for me to side with you because Canada rep, but I understand. I think it was kind of I wasn't there, so I'm just gonna say that.
That's all right. You can just not say anything. That's fine.
but I mean,
I was right.
Like, I haven't said anything.
Yeah. I mean, it comes down to I was right, and Slush knows I was right. Team Liquid admitted I was right. Every player of any skill in the world knows I was right. Slush isn't the actual champion of that tournament. That tournament doesn't have a winner because it should have been me going on, and so therefore, the tournament, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't count. That's it.
Also, Bryce was exhausted after having gone 3 days driving Nyokin, so I also assume that he did not make it far enough, and therefore it also didn't count, but it's neither here nor there.
That's his fault, though, man.
Alright, so let's talk about StarCraft 2 Weekly. In our last interview, you did mention that you had put StarCraft Weekly with Artosis on hiatus until StarCraft 2, and then you started it up very soon afterwards. And you've run it for a few weeks. I'm guessing you're taking it down for the downtime of the beta, which makes sense because you cover tournaments mostly, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that, and also the week I actually stopped doing it was the week that that Team Liquid tournament that we just talked so much about happened. And I basically, Team Liquid apologized to me. Everyone got their panties all up in a knot and everything, Everyone got upset, realized I was right. And it was apologized to me and stuff, but I didn't want to make the weekly news because what do? Do I skip that? Do I open it back up again? It's just I didn't want to think about it anymore. I don't think anyone else wanted to think about it anymore. So I just kind of skipped it, and I kind of had a sour taste in my mouth for the whole everything going on in StarCraft 2 for a while after that because I didn't get this win that I wanted. So I kind of left it off. I'll be starting it back up again pretty quickly here though when the beta comes back.
Yeah, actually, I was kind of looking forward to seeing your coverage of stuff like the Stemkoski Cup and the what is that? What's that website? I think it's a Chinese website where their website's just a series of numbers.
Yeah, 17178 or something. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, there was a good, that was actually a really interesting period during the end of the beta when they decided, hey, wait a minute. These European and American players and these Asian players have never done anything together. Let's start tossing at each other and see what happens.
That actually, they invited me to that tournament a long, long time ago, and but they actually kind of messed up, and the person that went around and got everyone okayed for it on the final day actually didn't have my MSN, so I got knocked out, and they threw another European in my place, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a great idea. And it turned out to be a really great tournament. I was really excited with the results Damaga getting so far. He's a really great player, so I thought that was a great idea. They should definitely do more stuff like that in the future.
Yeah, with all this segregation, I guess you're going to have to see some tournaments like this come up, unfortunately. Yeah. But would you have represented Europe or Asia on that one? Or Team Europe or Team Asia?
Well, I don't know, man.
You're American. I don't know why you... you're probably more on the side of Asia than Europe. I mean,
Yeah, I don't really know because I'm like a foreigner, but I live in Asia. Who knows? Who knows?
so your plans for StarCraft 2 Weekly, maybe to get it going for like Phase 2 or for like release?
Um, I want to get it going for Phase 2. I'm gonna have to see exactly how busy I am. But I'll start it up really, really quickly again as soon as I can. It kind of matters like which week I start up. It'll probably be week 1 or week 2 of Phase 2.
Yeah, I get a feeling there's
That's
probably a
most
lot
likely.
of like welcome betas back type tournaments that will happen on the first
Yeah,
week of
no
Phase
doubt.
2.
Yeah, yeah.
So what are your oh sorry, let's move on to some talks about what's been going on in Korea because you kind of live
All
there.
right. That's
So
where I live. Yeah.
you were on